Now, good evening and welcome to tonight's show. We don't have a long one for you. I just wanted to pop on here real quick. I'm right in the middle of my 31 days of Halloween watch. I'm really enjoying this movie. It's on Shudder. The name slips my mind, but it's really, really great. And I will be talking more about it next Sunday when we do our roundup. Every Sunday, we're going to be doing 31 days of Halloween roundup. I'm going to tell you about what I'm watching if you're not following along, and you in turn can tell me about what you are watching, and we can have a nice conversation about that. I'm not doing what I did the last 2 years where I watched, where I was reviewing a movie every single day. I've decided not to do it because I got a lot going on. And I get so burnt out when I do it, and people just don't watch them. It's just not worth it to me. So I'm not going to even bother this year in that capacity. I'm regrouping my efforts elsewhere as it is needed for other more important matters. So that is what's happening. I did, however, wanted to take a quick break though, because I saw this earlier today. I was like, this is really freaking cool. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm going to speak very candidly here in regards to this. The truth is, it's not candid at all because I make no secret about my lack of enthusiasm for Misfits merchandise. Now, I'm not talking about like vinyl or packaging or anything. I'm talking about just in general, the stuff they put out. It's like there are these two different spectrums. On one end, Jerry, God bless Uncle Jerry, will slap a Crimson Ghost on anything that a Crimson Ghost can fit on. You know what I mean? Gotta love him for it. Gotta love him for it. We used to hate him for it. People, man, back in the day, people hated that shit. I don't think people really care as much anymore. But let me tell you, in the 2000s, that people reviled Jerry for doing that. Misfits teddy bears and Misfits pencils. It's like, hey, let's throw everything on the wall and make things stick. And then you have the other side, and that's grumpy Uncle Glenn, who just he puts out a couple of things that they're okay. I got to tell you, I do think some of the Danzig silkscreen posters are pretty sweet. Like for one-off shows, I've seen a bunch of them that are really, really cool. In fact, Steve Zing in his basement, he's got a bunch of these things framed. They look beautiful. Like there's some really, really great ones. You know what I mean? But as far as Misfit stuff goes, especially when the reunion shows came, I was so underwhelmed by the merchandise, the art, the posters, the t-shirts. It's so bland. Jerry, here's the thing though. Jerry's put out some pretty cool t-shirts over there. Some of his ideas, again, Jerry throws anything against the wall and sees what sticks, right? Sometimes though, he gets some really cool looking designs. Glenn has had a couple. Glenn's like minimalist and Jerry's like all the way, everything. I see we got some skulls here. So let me just say hellos. Biz, good evening to you. Ben is in the house. He's offering some skulls. Guys, if you would please leave some skulls in the comments. We need your skulls. I need to collect all your skulls and hang them on my wall. That's my new thing now. I collect skulls. So please leave your skulls. Leave them in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel. That's very important. Subscribe. And even more importantly, please like this video. Give this video a like. It really helps us boost in the algorithm. Josh is here. Josh Montgomery. How you doing? Andrew, thank you for the skulls. Andrew Woodcock is here. Thank you. Kevin45 is here. He says, I only collect Guar and Phantom toys now. The Misfit stuff is cool, but I just can't do it all. I get it, man. I hear you. Oh, more skulls from Josh. Thank you. Kevin, I just want to say, I agree, man. Like, that's the other thing too. The stuff that they put out is cool. Like they put the Crimson Ghost out in like 8 different like varieties, like themed around the album. Jerry had the Earth AD bust that he did recently. I think that was Jerry. That was really cool. The design of, based on the Mad Mark Rude artwork. They also did a horror business styled one. That was cool as well. You know, it's okay. Like some of the stuff is great, but as it relates to the Misfits reunion, it's not been that great. It's really not. The best art that I've seen for the Misfits reunion had to be the Madison Square Garden t-shirt, which I have. That art is pretty great. Is it like and here's the thing though, it's great amongst all the lackluster stuff. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I've been very underwhelmed is the point of this, you know, long-winded introduction. Biz says, it doesn't bother me if they do. I've been rather interested in getting one of the figurines and shirts. I mean, fine, but Mecha Wolf, thank you so much, Mecha Wolf, for your skulls. Much appreciated. Flip side, thank you for the skulls. Awesome. Andrew Woodcock says, yes, that is my real last name. You know, it's funny. When I used to work in a restaurant, we used to always go to the host's computer, and we would always put in one of the reservations. The phony reservations was Dr. Honeycock. Yes, table for two for Dr. Honeycock. I love that. Andrew, amazing last name. Amazing. I don't know why this just replayed. It says, I want your skulls in the comments. I already said that. Oh, it's just looped back around. That's what happened. Danzig killed the merch on the last tour. Yeah, I will say this. I did like that hoodie that he put out. Looked pretty cool. That did look cool. Thank you, Lincoln, for the skulls. Everybody, thank you, everybody, for the skulls. Oh, you got the statues. More skulls from Alex. Thank you. Doyle put his face on a thong, and I just about died laughing. That is not a face. Sorry, cousin Doyle. That's not a face that I want to see on a skull. The point of this is the underwhelmed, whatever. Not a big deal. I have never bought a single reaction figure. I just don't care to. I don't own any. I have a couple figures. You know, my boy Charlie Fitz, shout out to Charlie Fitz. He made some pretty cool figures, and he sent me a care package last Halloween. It was really sweet of him. And those figures I have prominently displayed over there. We talked all about what Charlie does. This is the first time that I've seen something. I guess this is official because it's made by Reaction Figures, and they also do the Misfits Crimson Ghost. It's like, how boring. How many times are you going to do the Crimson Ghost? Like, I love the Crimson Ghost, but like, you know, it's like, we're going to do the Mego Crimson Ghost. We're going to do this Crimson Ghost. We're going to do that. Like, come on, like, give us something different, something interesting. And that's exactly what's happened. I don't know whose idea this was. I don't know if this was Jerry's idea. I don't think it was Glenn's. I think if anybody, was Jerry's idea, but I don't actually know. Whoever made this or whoever pitched it, maybe somebody pitched it to them and then they agreed to do it. Whoever came up with this idea has a deep love for both the Misfits and Halloween and like nostalgia. Like, I just think there's so much love and care goes into a design like this. And I'm about to post them. This is from our friends over at the Seventh House. Shout out to D-Man. We've had Devilman on the show. Devilman in the Seventh House. Shout out over there. Somebody posted this, so I guess it's leaked. I don't know. Glenn has not posted about this once. I haven't seen Jerry. No one's posted about it, but it looks official. So I just want to say, take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. And you know what? Let's just get this out of the way before we move forward. Do you need stickers? Because if you do, Riot Stickers has you covered. You can get stickers for every single occasion. If you like Halloween stickers, I'm sure that Riot Stickers and CEO Sharpie Riot will do a really nice sticker routine on there for you. These stickers are printed on vinyl. They're 3 inches by 3 inches. This one doesn't happen to be, but that's what you will get in this very special Frumess deal. When you go to riotstickers.com/Frumess, that's FRUMESS, you can get a special deal. It's $79 for 1,000 stickers. That's 7 cents per sticker. The stickers have a UV coating, which protects them from the sun. You see those reds? They don't fade. Red is the first thing to go with sun exposure when you have a sticker out in the open in the elements. I mean, these things are great. So riotstickers.com, make sure you check them out. Link is down in the description for that special deal. 1,000 stickers, $79. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere else on the internet. Let me play the little theme song and we will dive in.
We make stickers
And we are back. Okay, let's take a look at this now. You already know what it is because you saw the thumbnail. I don't know why I was burying a lead that did not need to be buried. So this is what we came across. I got to tell you, this is cool as shit, man. This is so awesome. You look at this thing. Look at this thing. Halloween Kids, and it's called the Fiend. And someone over here mentioned that it shouldn't be the Fiend. It should be Monster Kid, and I agree based on the lyric from All Hell Breaks This. All Hell Breaks Loose. That's immediately what I thought of when I saw it as well. I wasn't thinking of the Fiend. I was thinking of Monster Kids. This is a Monster Kid. Now, take note of a few things of what make this, in my opinion, so well thought out, so wonderful, so with so much care. One, I mean, obviously you got the Crimson Ghost, and that's probably where the idea comes from. It's like, hey, how can we do the Crimson Ghost a little bit differently? We've done the Crimson Ghost to death. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy, and I forget the name of them, but in the 80s, this was a very popular thing. These fire hazard Halloween costumes that cost like $3.99. And what it was a plastic mask, and it was a picture of something. They were so generic. In fact, let me see if I could find them. Halloween. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The name of the type of Halloween costume this is? Halloween costumes. They're from the late 70s, early 80s. Costumes, 1980s. Let's see what pops up. Here we go. Here's some of them. All right, so check this out. So this is what it was like. You had like a picture of a thing, but then there was a mask, that kind of this style. And they came in like a rectangular sort of package, and really sort of creepy. Here's a great one. This is a great example of one right here. Look. Wow, it goes for $42. So you'd have the Hulk, but instead of having like the Hulk's body, oh, you can't see that. Here, let me share this tab set. So instead of having the Hulk's body to match the Hulk so that you actually are appearing as the Hulk, you would then have a picture of the Hulk, and it would say the Hulk. So it's like it's about this far away from proper cosplay as you could imagine, but this was the rage, man. This was the rage for kiddos. And listen, it was a little bit before my generation. I grew up as a child in the 90s. I was not a child of the 80s. I was born in 85. Right. Thank you. Ben Cooper costumes. Let's go to the actual thing. Ben Cooper costumes is what they're called. Ben Cooper costumes. I believe I've heard that as well. Here you go. Perfect example. Yeah, you'd see these catalogs. See the catalog here? And these are all the options you can get. And this is what this was the jam for kids, man. And you can see, like, here's Mickey Mouse. We're also going to have a picture of Mickey Mouse as well. We don't just have his shirt. We have to have, and just in case anybody doesn't know who you are, it's going to say who it is. Look at this. Halloween 1980. That's too small to see. Let's go up to size, make these bigger. So the reason why this design is so spectacular to me is that that's clearly supposed to be an homage to the Ben Cooper styled Halloween costumes in the 1980s. Just perfect. And if Jerry or Glenn, if hey, Jerry and Glenn, if you ever watch this, anybody in those camps, if they ever watch this and gets the idea, make a Ben Cooper style collectible, like only print up 138 of them, of these, like of the Crimson Ghost. That would be so above and beyond. You could do one for Glenn and his, skeleton thing. You could do a Jerry only one. You could do a Doyle one. That would be a collector's item that everybody who is a serious collector would want to own. So that's the first thing. Then on the actual shirt, it's hard to see. I don't know if I can. Let me try and see if I can. No, I can't zoom in. Maybe I can. Oh, yes, I can. Hell yeah. All right, this is about as good as it gets. Computer enlarge. Remember in like movies when it was like computer enhance, computer enlarge. Yes, Alex, that's right. It's for the kids. It's for the kids, of course. I'll get to all the comments in a minute. Look, so you have Walk Among Us. You have the actual Walk Among Us rat bat spider on there with Misfits. It says Misfits, and then here's the icing on the cake right here. They have a Halloween bag. Now, what is special about this Halloween bag? It was a promotional item. You can see a better close-up version of this here. Let's computer enhance. Computer enhance. Here, the computer's enhancing. So these were when Walk Among Us was reissued in the late 80s, these were given out as promotional gimmicks, and they're very pricey, and they've never been reprinted, and they're just spectacular. And so somebody had the bright idea, hey, let's add this little nod to all the collectors. So this is a collector's, this figure was made by a collector mentality. And, you know, I love it. It says Happy Halloween, and you got the Misfits, Walk Among Us. It was a promotional thing from Ruby Records, which was a division of Slash. I mean, that is just so, there's so much love. There's so much love in that. Like, I can't get over it. It like makes me want to throw up. Here's what some of the comments say on the side. This is from the Seventh House. Josh says that's pretty cool. See, I don't get this guy. This guy, Daniel, he says, ew, please no. This reads like something off of Misfits Central. This exchange is like a Misfits Central exchange from like the year 2006. Josh says, why not? It looks cooler to me than the various repaints of the same Fiend figure. That's what it is. They just do repaints of the same Fiend figure. How many times are you going to buy the same Fiend figure because it has different colors? I mean, it's just, it really is like, I know it's collector's mentality, but it's like, it's almost like mind-numbingly stupid. And yet people do it because, you know, A, it appreciates in value. B, they like doing it. And it's like, hey, is it hurting anybody? No. If you like doing something, do it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, who freaking cares? And C, it's like, you got to have you got to have them all. Got to have them all. Daniel says it's cheesy at every angle at this point. It's becoming very Kiss-like. You know, I mean, I think it became very Kiss-like when Jerry was merchandising everything 20 years ago. So what does it matter, man? Why does that matter? I honestly, I don't see the problem at all. I really don't. I think it's great. In all honesty, I would say in the last 20-ish years, it might be one of the best things to ever come out of any Misfits camp. Okay? That's the truth. As you can see here, I commented myself, holy shit, this is amazing, because it is. Ray says, scraping the bottom of the barrel with this license. Ray, you're out to lunch, dude. This is like it's like they're actually trying now. They're actually trying, and it looks freaking cool. I want one, and I don't collect action figures, as I mentioned. I don't collect them. I don't collect them. If they did varieties of this, like I said, you could do a Glenn one. There's so many things you could do, man. This is interesting. It says it's called the Fiend. Is that Jerry? Gilman says, nope, that's not a Jerry thing. It's a legal thing to appease the right holders of the Crimson Ghost cereal. They basically agreed to allow the use of the character as their mascot so long as he is never identified as the Crimson Ghost. Interesting. I did not know that. I don't know how Gil knows that, but that's very interesting. Let me see what else we have here. In a YouTube video that was covering Super7's booth at the New York Toy Fair. So this came from the New York Toy Fair at the Super7 booth. So it's official. It's like it's official merchandise. Oh my God, there's more. For anyone wondering, it's not specifically a Misfits line. That's just one character. Oh my, so no wonder that solves the problem. Let's see what they, oh my God. Now I see what it's all about. So the concept is not a Misfits concept. It's actually geared around Ben Cooper costumes, kind of. Mummy Boy, The Worst, Captain Dead Star. Oh my God. Metal Luna Mutant. Oh my God, is that spectacular? That's something I would buy. That's being put out by Reaction. So this is the Misfits variant. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. That is so awesome. It makes all the friggin' sense. These people are crazy. Ginny says pink, like laughing at it. Yeah, of course. Josh, see, Josh, the guy who posted this is totally on the money. He says, yeah, it's Walk Among Us costume. The Walk Among Us cover is pink. So there you go. Exactly. Like what? What? Here's Joe, JV, who's been on the show several times. He says, and of course they lead with pink. The one that actually looks cool will come out 4 variants down the line. Yeah, Joe. So Joe doesn't like it. Joe, I'm gonna text Joe after this. He's so ridiculous. He says, is this really how low I'm gonna have to sink to get my hands on one of those bags? Joe, come on, man. Joe, how are you not about this? I feel like of all people, Joe would understand how cool this is. And he does not. Joe, snap some sense into you, man. Anthony says this is where I got what I was saying before about the Monster Kid, that because Anthony said this and it makes a lot of sense. He said I'd have called it the Monster Kid because he's saying I send Murdergram to all these Monster Kids. For some of you who may remember a long time ago, for a while I had a fictional band with Russell from tvcasualty.com. We were called the Murdergrams. I was Jeffrey Murdergram and he's Rusty Murdergram. And we have a fictional band called the Murdergrams, and it's great. Maybe one day it will be real. See, people are saying it's cringe. Some people think it's cute. I mean, what's wrong with everybody? This is awesome. All right. So you think that's cooler. Let's look. Hold on. I saw another thing down for. Oh, hey, look who it is. I know this guy. That's Jose. He used to be on. Do you think that is lame and this is better? Look at this. Listen, I'm all down for the He-Man Skeletor figures. Like those are cool. Like these are cool. I don't have a problem with these, but I think these are a fraction of the coolness, of the Monster Kid figure. These are cool, but they're not nearly as cool as that Monster Kid. That Fiend figure is the coolest, man. And it's just like, I don't know. I just think it's really great. Let's just see if we can find some other shirts here. I saw somebody post a mystery. Oh, this is pretty cool. Devilman was wondering if German fans would be stoked if Danzig sings Elvis came to Germany. That would be amazing. I kind of wish it would come to New York as well. See, look at this, man. What is this crap? You're going to tell me that's better? Misfits, Mommy, Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight? That's such like, this is whack, dude. I'm sorry. What is that, man? You just got the Crimson Ghost and the Misfits like every friggin' time. It's just not cool. It's just not as cool to me. It's uninspired, man. There's so much iconography, even just using the aesthetic and then like finding a way to like make it work would just be fantastic. And instead, like, look at this here. I don't know what this is. This is just somebody's illustration of like a Crimson Ghost. Oh, this is Teenagers from Mars. How freaking cool is that, man? Like, put that on a t-shirt, dude. There's so much you could do. Holy crap, would I buy that figure as well? This is from Jeff Carvajal. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say anything. These are some of those Danzig posters. Danzig's capable of putting out a good poster. Both of them are. The silkscreen posters are cool. The 95 Misfits had some great silkscreen posters. You know, it's never been a problem. But then when it comes to these t-shirts, they just slap a Crimson Ghost on it and call it a day. The posters for all the reunion shows are just so uninspired, man. They're just not cool. This is beautiful. And I had to come on here and I just had to talk about it for a minute and just say that this is something I would personally want to have hanging on my wall next to all your skulls, which is a reminder, please leave some skulls for me in the comments. Make sure you like this video. Make sure make sure you subscribe to this video. Let's see what else we have here in the comments before we wrap. We're going to wrap this up. I got to get back to my Halloween 31 days of Halloween watching. Yeah, Ben, I agree. Worst Danzig merch he ever put out was with that Confederate flag. Horrible. I don't know why he would do that. And he did that post 2012, 2013. Oh my God. That was bad. Bad move. Did they flip side? I don't know. Yeah, our family, I agree. Get some stickers. Astro Zombie says, seen that Super7 is making Misfits era Glenn Danzig with the skeleton shirt, Samhain era, and Danzig era in the style of the classic He-Man act. Yeah, we were just looking at those. What's the little orange thing at the feet of the picture? We explained that already, Alex. And well, Biz says, and well, Maiden and Megadeth always do Eddie and Vic figures. Skeletons are classic mascots, but it gets a little boring. Yeah, it gets a little boring and repetitive. That's what it is. It's so gotta be Monster Kids, right? Like, god damn, is that thing cool? That is a cool toy. Everybody's talking. Flip side says Super7 had a bunch of these Halloween Kids figures in the Ben Cooper costumes. Yeah, so it was a Ben Cooper costume. Aaron was born in 77 and had those, so he knows. You guys all know. Steve says he's old. Steve had the Stormtrooper one, he says. Josh Montgomery says, I wore the same costumes growing up. Yeah, for a certain era, for a certain age, that's a really cool collectible, you know, and it makes sense, and I get it. Ben says they could do the Samhain scarecrow guy with a pumpkin pail. Fuck yes! Holy shit! How fucking cool would that be? You could even do the Samhain succubus, man. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And then you have the Doyle. Oh my God. Imagine these Halloween Kids. All right. Imagine this. Ready? You do a crossover with the breakfast cereals. You've seen those like memes of like Danzig, Jerry, and Doyle as the monster cereal guys. Do a crossover with them, the monster cereal, as like reaction figures. That would be friggin' rad too. The card graphics artwork is much better compared to the figure. What are you talking about? This? I think that and it's all great. The packaging is awesome, man. Biz says it's all right. I like the details, but it's not my cup of tea. It ticks all my boxes, Biz. Yes, I agree, Gilman. He does. Wow, reaction figures are usually $20. That figure is so. Here's the thing. This is the one quandary about something like this. You buy this collectible and you're never going to take it out of the bag. Like I would never take that out of the box. That sort of defeats the purpose, right? So why on earth would I want to buy this and then keep it in the box? Like, I mean, it's fun to look at, but like I'm looking at a picture of it right now. Like, why do I have to own it to appreciate the aesthetic? I don't know. To pay $20 for this figure, I guess it's not that bad. It's be like purchasing a record. I'll tell you something. I will say this. How about this? If I was at a Misfit show and I saw that on sale for $20, I would totally buy it. That's the truth. Hands down, I would totally buy it. So I guess that answers the question, right? I think Robo figure and a Bobby Steele figure would be cool. I agree. I would love. How about let's get all of them, all of them bickering and fighting on the stage. Kevin says, side note, but did you see the new toys Trick or Treat Studio are putting out? They're making a real deal Guar line. I have not. Send me pictures. I'd love to see them. Ben says, can you imagine the monster cereals, Halloween 3 Kids and Monster Kids going trick-or-treating? I kind of can and I kind of can't. It would be amazing. It would be awesome. I have those figures up on the wall too. All of you, if you guys are into figures, let's finish with this. If all of you guys are into figures, I'm gonna do a little plug here for my friend, who was kind enough to sent me a little care package. We should do a little plug for him. Charlie Fitz. He does the coolest action figures. We've talked about him before on the channel. He's a fucking amazing dude. Look at his shit. Putting this in the channel. These guys are handcrafted. He makes all the cereal. He sent me a care package with all the monster cereal guys. All right, check this out. Okay, I just put that in the chat. Take a look. Look what he made. Blueberry Spectre. Look at what he's doing, man. He does these by hand and he mass produces them. And there's just so much love, so much care. I can't recommend his stuff enough. For anybody who is a collector, needs to check out what House of Wolfman's doing. Look at this. Look at the Undead Lord of Cocos. I mean, just beautiful, just beautiful. Look at him. He gets lots and lots of sales, man. Look at this. He's got all the here's one with all the monster figures. Oops. That went bye-bye. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. Here we go. Check this. He's so good at what he does. He only has looks like he only has three up right now. Most recent. Yeah, he's only got 3 in his shop at the moment. Look, 5 stars for 1,301 reviews, man. I mean, you can't, I mean, the dude is the man. Charlie and I go way back too. Look at this Gentleman Jack Green, just gorgeous. Again, I put the link down in the comments for anybody who's interested in House of Wolfman figurines. He just does really, really cool stuff. He did all of the monsters. He did Fruit Brute. He did, you know what? I'm going to show you real quick. Hold on. Check this out. We did a whole show about these. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Charlie made these by hand, you guys. I mean, the guy's a genius. He's a genius. And it's just it's his passion, man. It's his passion. Look at that Fruit Brute. These are gorgeous, and I have them displayed in my little case. One day I'll take you guys over to the other side of the studio, and you could see all my goodies and toys and treasures. I have toys, I have things, but it's not. I don't go out and buy stuff typically. I do, you know, here and there. Charlie sent these to me as a gift. Just gorgeous stuff. I can't recommend it enough. They have such a nice heft to them. They're made out of clay, and the colors, man. He just has such a good. I mean, the guy's a fucking genius, dude. And these are all hand painted. This is turned into an infomercial for House of Wolfman. The point is, toys are kind of cool. The Misfits reaction figure is really cool. I'm a fan. I hope all of you have a wonderful Sunday night. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I want to know what your thoughts are about the Misfits figure. And just leave some comments about them. And see, Kevin knows what's up. He has the Phantom that Charlie Fitz made. Did you guys ever meet? I love how like you know me, and I've known Charlie for 15, 16 years now. And like, did we never all like meet at like once or something, like at a Misfit show or something? Like, I guess not. I guess that wouldn't happen because you're New York and he's Chicago. I used to live in Chicago. I got nothing else to say. I really don't. I just want to talk about that. I thought that was so cool. I'll be back. I'm going to go seeing a show tomorrow night. Haven't been to a show in a really long time. I'm very, very excited. So I'll be doing that. I'll have a rerun. We'll be doing a rerun. And I don't know. We got more stuff coming up though. And here's the final thing. I'll say this. Join us next Sunday. We're going to be talking about week 1 of 31 Days of Halloween. So we're going to be talking horror movies nonstop. Please make sure that you've watched some horror movies and let us know what you're watching, and we'll get to them in the comments. I'll go through what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my stuff, and then we'll go through what everybody else is watching. John Christ 4P will be coming up the pike, as I mentioned, I think last night when I did the kickoff. I don't know. I've already watched 3 horror movies, or 2.5. I'm in the middle of that. All right, I'm going to go now. Peace, hair grease. We'll see you.